Going in, side, out the bacteria cell in, side, out the bacteria cell in, side, out the bacteria cell.
Good day, each and everyone. We are the Group 4, and in today's video, we will be presenting our bacteria cell model. Now, just like the famous show Attack on Titan, bacteria cell consists of 3 outer layers. First, we have the capsule. Now, the capsule is the outermost layer and it provides protection. It also helps the bacteria in evading the host immune system. For this model, we used some leftover styrofoams that we used in previous projects. Next, we have the cell wall. The cell wall actually provides structural support and protection. It is also responsible for the bacteria's rigidness. For this, we use some clay on standby that we painted green for it to look aesthetically pleasing.
And to finish off the cell envelope, we have the cell membrane, which is the layer that is responsible for the movement of substances in and out of the cell. For this, we use some leftover clay, and since it was white, we painted it yellow to distinguish it from the other layers of the cell envelope. And we molded it into this line which surrounds the next cell organelle, which is the cytoplasm, which is this orange illustration board that we had left over. So the cytoplasm is the gel-like structure inside the cell, which is where most of the cell processes occur.
Okay, so moving on is we have the ribosomes. So the ribosomes are the site for protein synthesis, and as you can see in this cell, we have several small circles that lie on the cytoplasm. So bacterial ribosomes are actually smaller than those of eukaryotic cells. So we just use some leftover illustration boards that we previously used in our Sabayang Pagbigkas performance as placards. So we cut those illustration boards with a puncher and then coated it with blue paint. Next we have is the inclusion bodies. So the inclusion bodies are storage of granules or small storage that stores nutrients such as glycogen, lipids, and polyphosphates. So for this we used leftover cartons and we just cut it into circles and also covered it with brown paint.
So moving on, we have the yarns. We actually use blue and yellow yarns. The blue yarns represents as the nucleoids. The nucleoids is an irregular shaped region within the cell that contains the bacterial DNA. The plasmid is the yellow yarn. The plasmid acts as the delivery vehicle or the vector. This introduces foreign DNAs into the bacteria.
Next up, we move on to the outside or the surface layer of the bacteria, where we have the pili. It is the hair-like structure which the bacteria uses to attach to each other or to another surface. We use some leftover cartons and we cut it into rectangle shapes to illustrate the pili. Next up is the flagella. Flagella is the whip-like structure responsible for mobility. Some bacteria don't have flagella, but those who have use it to move around. We use a wire and clay to illustrate the flagella. So we molded the clay into the wire, so that the for structural integrity. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.